Sometimes people wonder how successful people are actually successful, and you look at them and think maybe they just were born into it. Maybe they got lucky. Maybe they were just privileged. And yes, all of those things absolutely do play a major part in why some people are successful. Some highly successful people will even say, there's no way in the world I could have been here without luck. But there's one big thing that that is a common denominator for all successful people, and this is it right here. If our goal, if we say we have a goal, our want, our need, our desire, our intention, whatever it is a target, let's say, we need to somehow hit that target. So using this particular little metaphor, let's say that we're throwing a dart at a target. So we want to throw this dart and we want to hit, ideally, we want to hit that bullseye, but we've never thrown it before. So we've picked this up. We've never thrown it before in our lives. And what we're doing is we're taking this little dart and we're throwing it. And the first time we throw it, it's going to go way off target, probably. The next time we throw it, it's going to go way off target again. Then we overcompensate. So we're going to throw over this way. Let's say we're lucky enough we actually do hit the target. Maybe we hit here somewhere. Maybe after a couple of throws, we hit somewhere here. Maybe again we hit closer. And we will miss again, time and time again. We'll hit some funny ones. And then eventually we'll accidentally hit a bullseye. Boom. After a while, especially once we know that a bullseye is actually possible, oftentimes by accident, or hard work, but we couldn't do it every single time, eventually we get better and better at never missing the board. Then we get better and better at never getting in the black. Then we get better and better at never getting in the red. And then we get better and better at hitting closer to the center of the yellow, and then bang, we hit right in the middle of the yellow there. This is clearly not a dartboard. This is an archery target, but you get the point. So the aim eventually is to get this bang right there in the center. And that is our target, and this is our way of achieving that target. This is our sales target. This is the number of leads that we need to attract per month, or the number of cars that we need to sell, or the number of affiliate products we want to get out there into the marketplace. It can be absolutely a number of patients that we serve. It can a number of articles that we write. It doesn't matter. So we get better and better and better at it until eventually we get really great at hitting that bullseye every single time. But what's better is if you can actually do something like this. What happens if you can throw a couple of darts at the same time? Well, if one of them misses, the other one might hit. If that one misses, the other one might hit. We don't have to have them, we can keep them closer together so they're far more likely to hit. Sometimes we'll get two bullseyes at the same time. But if we have multiple ways of hitting that target, then it makes it much easier for us, especially considering, let's say that bullseye, let's say that's a $10,000 sale. Well, maybe outside that is an $8,000 and a $4,000 and a $1,000 sale. So it's not like we're completely losing if we don't hit the bullseye. So if we throw a couple of darts, we're more likely to hit that bullseye. We're more likely to get something that is going to be desirable for us. Obviously, if we can do that with 4, it's even better. If we can do that with 8, that's even better. Now, how do we do this? Obviously, if we were throwing this one by hand, how do we do this? Well, this is why people have staff. This is why people have teams. But in this day and age, this is why people have outsourced workers, VAs, virtual assistants. But also, this is why we have automation. This is why we have funnels set up. This is why we have chatbots set up. This is why we have all sorts of wonderful automation going, so that ultimately you don't just have to throw one dart or even 8 darts. You can throw hundreds or if not thousands of darts, and every single one of those darts gives you extra chances, bang, 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 to hit that bullseye. And what optimization is all about is about taking those darts and moving as many of them as possible to a place that is far more likely to produce a bullseye. Because otherwise you're sending junk traffic to offers and thinking that just by sending lots of people that's going to help. Well, it's not going to help if the traffic is all going like this. It's not going to help if the traffic is all completely going to miss. So optimization is about you moving things to places where they are far more likely to hit that target. And I can tell you some of the ways that I'm doing that right now. I use a system called Kartra, which is really great. There's a friend of mine called Paul Murphy who has an amazing course on ranking videos on YouTube and Google, which makes it infinitely more likely for me to hit the target here. I have mentors in a course called Affiliate Accelerator, which teaches me how to market high-ticket affiliate offers. And every single thing that I'm doing is consistently moving stuff into that zone where it's far more likely to hit the target. It's automated, it's optimized, and with Paul's help, this traffic is highly, highly targeted, interested, buying traffic, so that ultimately, when I let loose, on a product, you can see, okay, here we go. You can see that this hits the target almost every single time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how successful people are a success. They don't just throw one dart at the target a million times, even if they get really great at hitting the bullseye. If you have one dart and hit the bullseye every time, you really need to get the same amount of money as this person over here. You really need to be charging $50,000 every time you hit a bullseye. But if you're charging $1,000 or a few $1,000s every time you hit the bullseye, you want to shoot as many of these as possible. That said, if you were getting $50,000 every time you hit the bullseye, you might as well be shooting this much traffic at the target as well. So I hope that in some way is a fun way to show you about how successful people are successful. We take more shots at the target, we automate, we outsource, we do what we can, we make sure we work on high-ticket affiliate offers. We do exactly what we can to make sure that that target is always hit and produces the greatest reward for all of our efforts, because otherwise we're left with one piddling little dart that pays us $7 every time it hits the target, and then we do that about 10 times a week, and then we wonder why 97% of people fail at online marketing. So what's your target? Do you have a target? And if you have a target, is it automated? Is it high ticket? Is it outsourced? Is it making you lots of money? If it's not, then there's a couple of things you can do about that. I'll cover those in some other videos coming up. All right, good luck with that, and I'll talk to you very soon.